You embarrassed a high-level warlock in front of their coven because they underestimated your divine protection. So this warlock, this coven, they saw you from a distance. They thought, hey, this person looks like an easy target, very kind, very genuine. Uh, they know they've done witchcraft on stronger enemies before, and the coven always follows this person like blindly. But what they didn't anticipate is that you have this divine protection over your life. So anytime people try to come against you, anytime people try to do spells on you, it always ends up backfiring. And sometimes in your life, the spells have gotten to you, the attacks have slowed you down, but God just uses your enemies as like a footstool to get to where you need to get to. And once you are at a certain level, people could try to come at you and run the same game that they've done before, but it never ends up working out. And the thing about this warlock that was targeting you, this person had a very big ego, and that ego was their own downfall. They loved getting the praise from the coven. They love the fact that they thought that they are above people and that they are in control. Because that's the thing about warlocks, they are very obsessed with being in control. And when they found out that they weren't in control, that the whole time you was gonna come out on top, they didn't know that the darkness was gonna be able to be overtaken by the light, because it's never happened before. And you were that exact person that was there to like humble them. And the crazy thing about it all is that you didn't even do anything to this person. This person is going to be kicking and screaming probably at you, getting more upset, throwing more negative energy at you. But the thing is, their own energy is going to be their own downfall. They get stuck like in this domino effect because people don't want to take accountability. People don't want to look at themselves and be like, you know what? I probably shouldn't have done that. So sometimes you have someone attack you, and they do get taken out in a way where they're kind of incapable of attacking you again. But sometimes warlocks, they're like very relentless. They feel they can't really accept defeat because you're beating them in a game that you didn't even choose to even be a part of. You're beating them in a game you didn't even know existed. And because of that, you have these people up late at night. You have like now the coven is going against them, is trying to humble them because they aren't really confident in their abilities anymore. And it's left the warlock very like vindictive, very vengeful. And this isn't the only attack they're going to be trying to do on you, but the more attack they do at you and the more it fails, this person's getting more angry and angry. This person's probably getting fired from their job, losing things within their life. But once again, you don't even wish bad on other people. You just want to be left alone. You just be minding your business for the most part, and people choose to come against you, attack you, all these different things. You are now starting to come to the realization that you are to be a lesson in a lot of people's lives, because if you didn't absorb the attack that warlock did on you, they'll probably attack somebody else that isn't as protected, traumatize people, this and that. So you sometimes think in your life like, why me? Why me? Why do I have to go through these things? But slowly over time, your mindset has shifted to why not me? You now walk with a sense of liberation that you can no longer really be played with. When beforehand, you probably used to walk in fear and you were just a victim to a circumstance. And when people were operating in the shadows and you didn't know what was going on, that left you very depressed because you start to like lose hope. But you understand that you have to go through the darkness, you have to climb yourself out, because now you guys are a spiritual warrior. Now you guys are not a force to be reckoned with, and you are actively protecting other people from having to go through these things, because once again, not everyone's too far gone. Some people attack you and that be their exact reason for waking up and trying to get better. And for the other ones, sometimes if they don't end up figuring out something very, very bad ends up happening to them, where they are now forced to take a seat down and not really put their darkness out here into the world.